Gotta love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby. You can't use me. Alright. 'Cause you're all I ever need. Gotta love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby. You can't use me. Alright. Alright. Gotta love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby. You can't use me. Alright. 'Cause you're all I ever need. Alright. Gotta love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby. You can't use me. Alright. Alright.
The next model in our wing test is the remarkable GA Poisson. For 2025 it has a modified panel layout and slightly less V in the front tube. The front loop is still well sized and sturdy enough for really precise control of the wing. There are always two handles upon delivery, with the front handle now being extended longer, or rather a continuous control bar, which was the version we used. It has the same diameter and is comfortable to grip, with or without gloves. Inflation and deflation are done separately through two separate conventional subvalves. The front tube and cross strut material is a high-strength Dacron with a rectangular support through polyester threads. The front tube is equipped with a simple Keda seam and doubled from the inside and stitched. A triple ripstop material is used for the sailcloth, and the entire trailing edge is now somewhat more extensively reinforced with a heavy double ripstop material. To ensure that nothing flutters at the trailing edge, it is reinforced on both sides, with two battens on each side for additional support. The leading edge of the profile is kept slightly flatter than in the predecessor, and this can also be seen in the infill panel, which is constructed somewhat differently to support the profile. The positioning of the two small windows has remained the same, and the visibility to leeward is really only very moderate. As mentioned, changes to the profile are only in the angle of the leading edge and in terms of the slightly reduced V across the width of the wing. The entire wing has good to very good fabric tension, and in the transition from the front tube to the flying cloth, there is an additional wider strip of cloth as a double. We tested the Poison in sizes 3.7 and 4.7, once with a control bar and once with handles. With both, it is immediately noticeable that we have a super well-balanced wing from tip to tip, but also from the leading edge to the trailing edge. Even in gusty wind conditions, the wing remains very easy to control and calm. The lift for definitely getting up is excellent. When pumping, you notice that the wing's ability to return to its original position has improved somewhat compared to the previous model. You get more response here. Due to a wide sweet spot, pumping with a slightly higher frequency is quick, allowing you to get onto the foil well. And if you really want to indeed gain the maximum climbing ability, it is advisable to choose a slight broad reach course to produce the optimal result. In the flying state, we have smooth acceleration and overall achieve a good top speed. The Poison always seems to feel very calm and balanced indeed. No steering corrections are literally needed. There is no dipping of the lower tip or a stronger pull to windward of the leading edge. It is indeed all very homogeneous and balanced. Due to the stronger V compared to other models, the trailing edge bulges slightly on both sides here, which results in only good and consistent upwind sailing performance here. And let's briefly return to the balance in displacement mode. This is truly and indeed absolutely exceptionally excellent and really indicates a beautifully balanced wing here. Especially due to the high feedback on the backhand, you get a lot of control here. The Poison continues to remain unchanged in any significant way compared to its predecessor in maneuver handling. The handling is well controlled, playful, engaging, and responsive. The new model feels a little bit more precise and accurate in its handling compared to the predecessor, which was already quite good, but it still remains very light and agile, making it easy to maneuver. All maneuvers downwind can be performed very relaxed. The wing swings to the right position and moves swiftly and efficiently, just so that it is immediately powered again, even during upwind tacks. In the normal wind range, we have virtually no noticeable resistance. Every maneuver can indeed be performed very easily. Only in maneuvers where the wing is held back, the deeper curvature of the trailing edge on both sides can be felt. Here, the entire profile becomes a bit harder to control because the fabric then has slightly too little tension. When jumping, the compact design of the Poison can be guided very well for takeoff. Even though it is not among the fastest wings on the market, it truly offers impressive jumping performance. And also regarding the load capacity of this wing, the performance is very good compared to other competitors. If you perform the whole thing with a lot of pressure or in strong winds, you can also see it in the pictures, namely that the V overall is somewhat more pronounced. This is because the structure of the front tube gives slightly. As a result, it feels a little bit old school. For use in the waves, the Poison 2025 truly brings everything you could wish for. With this fine tip-to-tip balance, which manifests here as 100%, with the slight V, we don't have to lift the wing too much during a top turn. It almost seems to nestle against the wave here. And even when you ride strongly in the direction of the wind, especially with the 3.7 model, which we also tested, there is no noticeable sinking of the trailing edge. This makes the surfing in the waves very easy. We tested the whole thing in light onshore conditions, in sideshore and also cross offshore conditions. And even when wave riding upwind, we feel no real resistance, making the Poison stand out as a very good wing for waves. One can say that GA is really slowly making its way into the absolute top group of wings, and has definitely already arrived there in some areas. The performance that the GA Poison extracts from its design is simply astonishingly good. It feels light and playful, yet remains very controlled. You only need just minimal driving skills. If you can master a safe start and have already successfully completed your first jibes, this is already a wing with which you can have fun, provided you aim for maneuvers and perhaps surfing in the waves as the goal. But even the freestyler will have fun with this wing, even if in the absolute upper limit range, the design with the stronger V then gives a little in the structure. This might result in one or two small disadvantages, but what has been achieved with this incredible and absolutely remarkable concept is truly remarkable in every sense. Especially riders between 50 and 90 kilos will always feel enough pressure and comfort consistently throughout their ride. For those who are significantly heavier, we might recommend another model, like the cross model from GA, which is also coming up next with additional details about in the test, which has a bit more base pull. Compared to other competitors, we have equally good material, really decent, very clean workmanship, and the whole thing is available at a price of 1,149 euros for 4.7 square meters. One can simply say that with the amount of fun we had with this wing and in various conditions, it's absolutely worth the money. Certainly for the sporty freerider who likes to ride in the waves and wants a wing that is as handy as possible, this is a real recommendation.